Greetings, everyone. Well, it's been a long time coming. Sorry to keep everybody waiting for a new video of something, anything, but wow. First off, I just haven't bought a lot of new DVDs in the past couple weeks. There wasn't a lot of new stuff to talk about. Second off, I've just been feeling lazy and didn't feel like digging into the old collection and pulling out some stuff to do reviews of. Third, I've been playing a lot of video games, as those of you who watched who saw the last video and the couple I've done on the 5 Awesome Studs over the past couple weeks will know, and who listen to my podcast will also know. So that's been taking up a lot of time. And I've just been really tired. Really tired. Yeah, the baby's been just taking the piss out of us the past couple weeks. But I think we're kind of settled into her new routine now, and I can work around it again. So, without any further ado, let's get on with the latest DVD collection update today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Well, I'm going to keep this fairly brief because, well, one of these in particular I want to do an in-depth review of and talk about at great length. So I won't talk about it too much here. I'll just kind of save it for later. So I got a few new things. First off, I should mention, Future Shop finally got them back in stock. $30 a pop still. It is, in fact, the new regular price now, so they're no longer $100 a season. I am, of course, talking about Femme, Nikita. So we got Season 3 and Season 4. Damn, she's hot, eh? Peta Wilson. Yummy. Anyway, so these both have 22 episodes apiece in them. Season 3 is actually the last one to use the pseudo-book style, which I talked about before, was basically the same kind of thing they did for Babylon 5. I was very careful. I sort of ran my finger along the spine to check to see, make sure there weren't any ones that were damaged, and fortunately I was correct. This particular edition is fine. You may recall I had a damaged tray in my Season 2 set. Nothing too major. It's because basically they have the pages in, and there's just like this thin piece of cardboard. It's the same thickness as the rest of it, and the pages are just held in place by a layer of glue. So it's easy for them to become detached, and if they've been damaged in transit, I remember one of my Babylon 5 sets actually had the spine of the tray was actually cracked, so it actually snapped right off. But at the time, the Babylon 5 sets were kind of hard to come by. There wasn't a lot of places that had them, so I just kind of stuck with it. There's my Season 3 set of Babylon 5 as well. Season 3 is like my favorite set. So Season 4 of the Femme Nikita, they went with a little more traditional style. Slides out. Yeah, nice picture there and there. They basically just went with the standard gatefold digipack. Double stacking the discs, not a big fan of that, but it does save space. And there you go. So that's all 6 discs. So, you know, very nice. So basically this means all we need now is the Season 5 set, and we'll have the whole series. We actually still haven't finished watching Season 2, simply because I wanted to make sure we had at least the next one before we carried on with it, because I understand each season usually leaves off with a killer cliffhanger, so we didn't want to be left hanging. So we're about halfway through Season 2, so we'll probably get back to that and watch some more of those in the near future. Really looking forward to it. The last season's only actually 8 episodes. The first 4 seasons are 22. So I don't know the history of the show. I'm assuming it was basically canceled after Season 4, and fan outcry brought it back for Season 5 or something, so they could at least wrap up the story and give it a proper ending. So they did like a mini season, an 8-episode season that ties up all the loose ends from the previous 4. So anyway, whatever the story was, kind of nice that they were at least able to give it a proper ending. So definitely looking forward to seeing how it all wraps up in the end, but we got a long way to go yet. Next up, we got a TV series set. I've never actually seen this show, but I heard a lot of good things about it, and I really wanted to check it out. Sci-fi comedy. I'm a big fan of sci-fi comedy. Actually, coincidentally, we've been rewatching Red Dwarf a lot this past week. We've rewatched the first couple seasons and just kind of working our way through it again. Actually, a bit of Red Dwarf news. Did you know Red Dwarf is actually coming back? Yeah. I've been following, I'm subscribed to Robert Llewellyn, who played Crichton on the show. He actually has his own YouTube page here. He does blogs and stuff, and one of the things he's been talking about recently, well actually started talking about a while back, was that they were talking about doing a new Red Dwarf series, possibly a couple of specials or something. He wasn't quite sure what form it was going to take. But apparently what they're doing is they're actually doing it as a mini season, so it's going to be, I guess, Series 9, technically. Being done 10 years after Series 8, but it's great that they're finally doing it. At the very least, it'd be nice to have the cliffhanger result from the end of Series 8. So they're doing a mini-series, like a mini-season, of 4 episodes. Which, is fine, because, I remember the original series was only 6 episodes per season, and then the last couple of seasons were 8 episodes per season. So really, it's not that much shorter than the typical season of Red Dwarf overall. So yeah, basically they're doing these 4 episodes, and then depending on how well they do, they'll do some more, apparently. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So any merchandise that comes out related to this new series of Red Dwarf, buy it. Watch the show. Tell your friends about it. If they put it on DVD, which I'm sure they will, buy the DVDs. Apparently it's being filmed with RED cameras. RED, of course, is a new line of high-definition cameras. So it's actually the first time ever that Red Dwarf has been filmed in high definition. And I find it kind of interesting because Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who series, is not filmed in high definition. It's actually filmed in standard definition. It's done in widescreen, but it's actually just done in standard definition. So here, Red Dwarf, a show with, probably a fairly, smaller audience compared to Doctor Who, is actually getting the better production value in terms of the cameras and such. So it'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, really looking forward to that. But what I bought yesterday was not actually Red Dwarf. It's another sci-fi comedy series from 1977, I believe. Yes, 1977. Quark, the complete series, which is basically a sci-fi comedy that didn't last very long. It only lasted 8 episodes, like, a third of a season. But it's supposed to be really funny. And it was funny because I was reading some of the episode summaries, and some of the episode summaries sound suspiciously like Red Dwarf episodes. So I'm wondering if back in the day Rob Grant and Doug Naylor saw this and kind of lifted some ideas from it. I don't know, but it's ridiculously similar. Like, for example, where's one here? Yeah, while on a routine mission, Quark's ship gets pulled into a black hole which splits the crew into good and evil counterparts. Never seen that on Red Dwarf before. The ship is sent on a mission to the planet Columbus, but once there, Quark and his crew fall prey to their fantasies, and no one wants to leave. Better than life, anyone? Yeah, so I'm wondering... I'm wondering if Rob and Doug watched Quark back in the day and thought, oh, no one will ever know, because it's just an obscure show that nobody will ever see again because it was canceled. But yeah, Quark, 1977. First season of Red Dwarf, 1987. Pretty simple math, folks. Anyway, given that they're both sci-fi parodies, it doesn't really surprise me that they both kind of dealt with some of the same concepts. I noticed reading the other descriptions, they do parody some other sort of standard sci-fi staple concepts, so I'm sure it's just a happy coincidence. Anyway, really looking forward to checking that out because I heard a lot of good things about it, and it's only 8 episodes, and it was cheap, so there you go. Well, it was cheapish. It was like 26 bucks. Yes, I just dropped 26 bucks on an 8-episode series, okay? Normally I don't do that kind of thing, but for something obscure like that, I do. Speaking of obscure, this is a movie, yes, I do buy movies occasionally, not just TV shows, that a lot of people, I think, were thinking would never, ever come out on DVD. For a long time, it had been believed that Universal Studios, the company that produced it, had in fact disowned the production and wanted nothing more to do with it. But I think it was the fans. The fans kept bugging them, saying, "Hey, put it out on DVD already. Come on." Now, this is a movie that I actually saw 3 times in the theater. It's based on a series of comic books. I collected all the comic books. Well, actually, when I heard the movie was coming out, I went and bought all the comics so I could check out the original, source material. Loved the comics, so I was really excited about the movie. The movie was kind of hit and miss, but I'll talk about that more in when I do the in-depth review of it. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. A lot of people are indifferent about it. I'm, of course, talking about Howard the Duck. Now, this has been available as a bootleg for a very long time because it wasn't available any other way on DVD. I bought this several times over the years. I used to, originally, I recorded it off of pay TV when it was on, and then I bought the VHS, and then in later years I bought the Laserdisc. I actually still own the Laserdisc. As a matter of fact, let me go grab it. I'll show you. Here we are. Still in pristine condition, too. Howard the Duck. Ooh, and it's even in stereo. Awesome. Yeah, for the longest time, this was the best quality version of Howard the Duck that you could get. And that is what a Laserdisc looks like, folks. Basically like a huge DVD. So if we take out the DVD here and show you in comparison, there you go. Basically, a Laserdisc is the size of a record, and a DVD is the size of a CD, which you know. But, yeah, so anyway, I was always a big fan of the movie, loved it. I actually own the soundtrack albums as well on vinyl, because they've never been released on CD. So yeah, I was really overjoyed that it came out on DVD for a couple of reasons. First off, this is the first time I'm aware of that it's been released on home video in widescreen, so it was very nice to have it in widescreen finally. The Laserdisc was not widescreen, which was unusual because a lot of releases at the time were done in widescreen, but for whatever reason Howard the Duck wasn't. It had the opening titles in widescreen and then switched to full screen as soon as the credits were done, so yeah, kind of annoying. So it's nice to finally have it in widescreen. And sorry, the baby is out with her grandmother this afternoon. I was expecting them back a little while ago, but they seem to be taking their time, so I thought I'd quickly run off a video. Yeah, so anyway, Howard the Duck, great stuff. Loads of special features on here too. They actually interview the original director, producer, Leah Thompson, Jeffrey Jones, and Ed Gale, who was actually the guy who played Howard in the suit. Now, they didn't interview the guy who did his voice. They talk about him though, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's a great special edition. My only disappointment was they didn't include the music video of the theme song, which I still have on tape from 1986 on a crappy EP, low-fidelity mono recording. I was really hoping they'd throw the music video in there because it kind of acts as a coda to the movie. Like, it kind of ties into the end of the movie, which is nice. But, oh well. Anyway, that's it for the DVD updates for this week. Got a lot of good stuff. It's going to take a while to watch all of it, but yeah, wanted to let you folks know. Sorry for time here. Well, so much for keeping it short, eh? Well, I guess it's short-ish. Short-ish. Alrighty, so what's coming up? Well, I'm going to do an in-depth review of Howard the Duck. The fuck? Fucking earthquake or something? Hang on a sec. Some meathead outside demonstrating his car stereo. Can you hear that? Now, living on the island here, we do get earthquakes occasionally. Not that bad, but you feel them. But, yeah, it was kind of irritating. A few meatheads around here. Anyway, that's it for me to you for now. until next time. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, I was talking about what's coming up, right? A lot of people are asking me, when's Dead Space Part 19 coming? Honestly, I don't know, okay? I don't know. Stop asking. It'll be there when it's there. It is coming, but it's a matter of when we can get the time to do it and when we have the energy to do it, because quite frankly, it takes a lot to put those videos together. I mean, it's not just filming it and uploading it. I mean, I got to film it, and I got to capture like 2 hours worth of footage, split it up into 20-25-minute episodes, do all the editing, the overlaying, syncing it up. It's a lot of work to put those together. So I just haven't had the time or energy to do it over the past little while. But we will. We will do it, because I promised you guys we'd do the whole game, and we will do the whole game. I just don't know when exactly that's going to happen. So please stop asking me. It'll be up when it's up. If you want to be updated, just subscribe, and you'll be updated as soon as it goes up. Alright? So, what else? I guess that's about it. I think I've rambled long enough for now. Alright, so that's it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara.